Oh man, I gotta say this very briefly before we get into Philadelphia. I rented a tux for my friend Timmy's wedding this weekend.
Timmy.
And from Joseph A. You know Timmy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy I up with. Maybe don't say his last name.
I
Alex,
didn't even.
if you could,
I didn't actually say it though.
Yeah, but I mean, you almost got there. And
Yeah.
He's got some things to protect. So he is. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
No, he doesn't. I'm kidding. What? Cut this whole part out.
No, keep all of that.
Yeah,
in.
keep all of it. Why not? Who gives a fuck? Keep his last name. I'll give his goddamn
even
address.
say it.
Yeah, you did. So I rented this thing from Joseph A. Bank. It's in Rockland County, right? So it was while we were living there at Nicole's mom's house that I had it was the easiest rental of all time for sure. I go there, I rent it, not giving a thought whatsoever to having to go pick it up 2 days before the wedding in Rockland County
Yeah.
from Brooklyn
Yeah.
before I take the trip upstate to the fucking wedding. And so of course, it's like this whole week I've been stressing out about how I'm going to get back. Also, how I'm going to get back Thursday for at least part of the rehearsal dinner because I'm in the wedding. Nicole has weddings both Thursday, preparation for the wedding Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday she has
She's
weddings.
doing the wedding.
No, she has other weddings. Like her
separate
company
wedding.
has
Right,
weddings. So it's like the juggling of child, car, and everything is just wild. And so I've been just stressed out trying to figure that out. And I finally made some headway, got some things organized. And then this morning I call up Joseph A. Bank, and the guy, I don't even know how to describe this without screaming.
Okay.
I really don't, because it was so aloof the way he was talking to me. I wish there was a world that I could reach through the phone, grab this guy by his fucking eyelids, and smash it on the nearest spike I can find. Right. It just made me so graphically violent in my head because I'm like, hi, I'm calling. My buddy Jimmy offered to pick up the suit, right? So I was gonna call just to say he's on his way, he's clear to take it, whatever the fuck ever. So I call, and they're like, "Who is this?" And I'm like, Mike Cannon. It might also be under Michael. This is my confirmation code. And he's like, just silent for a while, for 30 seconds, to where I'm like, hello, what's going on? And he's like, yeah. I'm like what?
Status update now.
And then he's like, and he had an accent too. He's like, I don't see it. And I'm like, what don't you see? I'm giving you the information. Is it not there yet? Is it in transit? What's happening? And he's like, I don't see it. And I'm like, okay, it might be under Mike. It might be under Michael. Check this number. And he's like, I'll call you back. And I'm like, I'm not your friend.
Yeah.
You can't just call me back, motherfucker. Keep me on the goddamn line.
Right.
Figure this out right now. So of course, I'm going through my emails to try to find all of the information.
Did
that
he
I've
call you
gotten.
back, or did he? Oh, he hung up.
Yeah, he hung up.
Okay.
And so I'm going through my emails, and I find a second receipt where they spelled my name wrong, and it was Canner. And I'm like, okay, maybe that's the issue right here. So I call back, and I'm like, hey, it might also be under Canner, Cannor, and he's like, OQ, and I'm like, R. It's not even.
OQ.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Which, by the way, is nothing.
Never.
It's never
It
been.
never has been a combination of letters that have been used in any language, including Russian. No NOQ with the line through it. Nothing.
Yeah,
Even though
and the symbol for boron.
So I'm like, no. And he's like, okay. He's like, no, I don't see it. And I'm like, well, this is time sensitive. The event is Friday. I was told, guaranteed, that it was going to be here today. And he's like, okay. Silent. And I'm like, what's happening? What's going on? I don't know how to both be a human being and communicative, but
Right.
also show you that there's a bit of fucking urgency to the situation.
Right.
The event is Friday. Today is Wednesday. This is when they said it was going to be in. Do you have status update on the transit if it's not in your store?
Status update?
What is happening? Okay. He's like, I'll call you back. And I'm like, what? Click. He hang up, and I'm like, I'm gonna knife myself in the fucking chest, no hesitation wound, just to fucking end this story immediately. So I go do Jared's podcast, murder that woman in the elevator, and then I come back down, and I'm about to call them, even though it's only 2 hours, and I'm like, I don't even know if that's enough time for fucking Russian Eeyore to get back behind his desk and check his fucking suit stuff.
Collection? Inventory.
Inventory is exactly what I was going for. So I'm about to call, and my buddy James calls me, who never called. I only see him.
It's alarming.
Yeah, it really is. I only see him during funerals, weddings, or whatever. But he's still one of my best friends. It's like that type of thing. Like I grew up with him. We've been through a lot together. So we're just there always. Whatever. So he calls me, and I'm like, all right. And I pick up the phone. I'm like, what's up? He's like, hey, man, I just went to Joseph A. Bank. Your suit's going to be ready tomorrow. And I'm like, what? Like, what? And how did they give you that information?
Right.
He's like, oh, I just talked to the guy, and he was really nice.
Not the same guy.
It was the exact same guy.
What?
I was like, accent, kind of like, is Daria-like energy. And he's like, yeah, that's the guy. And I was like, I got the information out of him right away. I guess face-to-face was much easier communication.
What?
The story ends with nothing but the fact that he's going to be a great friend and pick it up for me tomorrow when, like, this entire scheduling thing was predicated on it being motherfucking available today.
Yeah.
And I'm just livid.
Well, there's also...
He's probably calling right now.
The Joseph A. Bank call?
Yeah.
Answer it. Can we put
Actually,
it on the
Hold
thing?
on.
Make this a bonus.
Hello?
Yes, hi, Michael.
Yes, this is Michael.
Yes, hi. This is Ono from Joseph Bank. I don't know if James called you regarding your tax. It's gonna be here tomorrow, and I'll call you once it is here. It is on the way.
Okay.
With FedEx, yeah. Just want to be sure that you're aware of it. I don't know if James told you about it.
Okay, yeah. That stinks that it wasn't ready today.
Yes, it is not ready today.
Okay. He's gonna pick it up for me though. That's fine, right?
Well, we do prefer if you can stop by it, right?
Well, I can't because I live in Brooklyn. That's the whole problem. Is it was supposed to be ready today, and that's why I was pretty upset that it wasn't ready.
Yeah. Sorry for that. I'll call you anyway. Once it is in here, want me to call James?
No, you can call. You can call me, and then I'll relay the information.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, I don't know if we're first off, we got to look up the legality if we could even air that, even if we bleep out his name or whatever the fuck. But if not, go to our bonus section because that's where it will be.
Keep it in the episode. I don't give a fuck if we get sued. Fuck Joseph A. Bank.
That is crazy that he called as we're telling the story about him.
And was my description of his energy not completely on point?
It was perfect.
That cocksucker.
That couldn't have been timed better. That was crazy. I'm like that you were initially getting fucking like super cucked,
and then
but
as soon as he was like, no, I'd appreciate you come here. And I'm like, how about I take a fucking icicle and shove it up your dick hole, you fucking commie cunt?
Wait, is that
That's what I said.
Is that what you
That's what
think
I
you
said. There's no record of
you
me
are
not
the
saying
hero
that.
in your story.
I'm
oh
the
my
hero
God.
every time, guys. By the time it's filtered to you, it's gotten past my ego, past my brain. How do I jujitsu this into me looking the best?
I'm gonna stick an icicle. And so I says to him, I says,
if you vote for red, you're dead.
That's when you want to make your Irish goodbye.